Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's Leadership Brief. These are 3 to 5 minute videos on some useful leadership tips and tools for leading in times of massive disruption. My name is Rich Fernandez. I'm CEO of the SIY Leadership Institute, which was developed at Google as a platform to train leaders on the skills of emotional intelligence, sustainable high performance, and resilience. And today we are a standalone nonprofit that spun off from Google, offering leaders and organizations training on those same skills of EI and resilience. Today, I'm really pleased to host one of our board members, Cecily Mak, who is joining us today to talk about a unique model of leadership that she's been working with that is particularly useful in challenging times and times of change or disruption, which is happening to pretty much everyone right about now. Cecily is a really wonderful advisor, investor, counselor to startups and other organizations in the technology, in the media, the blockchain, and the wellness spaces. So really excited to host you here today, Cecily. Welcome, and please tell us about this model of leading through disruption that you've developed.
Awesome. Thank you. And so happy to be here, Rich. It's fun to have this coming together, given we've been talking about this for a while. And I'm so fortunate to have worked with many leaders and CEOs and founders over the years as this philosophy and framework has come together. So thanks for having me. The ACE framework, or ACE Ops, as I've referred to it in the past, is a fun acronym. Sometimes I've just mentioned or observed ACE Ops and thought that's just very high quality, efficient, kind of ninja operations through times of difficulty and change. But when you think about it, really effective operations and leadership in time of change has to include a few key ingredients, and the ACE reference is actually a very elegant acronym for what we're seeing more and more of as the strongest leaders, the most competent and adaptive leaders are making the most of navigating through these times of challenge really effectively. So the ACE acronym is as follows. The A stands for adapt. And I've seen and worked with some leaders who really stand out in their ability to adapt in times of crisis and change. And we're seeing a lot of that, obviously, now. We're seeing massive companies such as HP or Apple or Ford completely pivot their product and offerings and messaging to respond to demands of market, times of crisis and change. And those who are able to adapt quickly really do tend to excel in these times of challenge. The second letter, the C in ACE, is for communicate, which is a second really critical step in these. So you can make all the wonderful product and business and institutional decisions you could in the world as a leader or as an influencer, but if you don't communicate with all of the people who are actually helping to execute against that and make it happen, it's not really going to be that helpful or effective. And that communication has to be more than just firing an email or sending a Slack. It's actually the responsibility of the leader in ensuring that the message reaches everybody who needs to know. And then the third is equally as important, and it's to actually embody. You can't, as a leader, for example, go to a team and say, we're asking you to reduce your spend for the quarter because we are cash constrained, and then continue to travel first class. Or you can't ask a leader to, or other members of an organization rather, to try to take time off or try to make sure that they're taking care of themselves and their families despite the demands of work, and then you yourself as the CEO not also take time off. And then the final and really important one is the P, which is one that you referenced in the introductory video. And this is really something that has come out of the Search Inside Yourself leadership work, and it's critical and it's perfectly timed, and it makes the ACE pace. And the P is for a pause. So before we adapt, before we communicate, before we seek to embody what we are adapting, we are communicating, it's critical to just take a pause. Actually reflect on and take a moment and make sure that as a leader, you have all the information that you need, that people are operating from a place that isn't emotional or reactive, and just ground and be self-aware enough to lead with emotional intelligence and empathy and kindness and connectedness. And with that, coupled with the ACE framework, we're really seeing some beautiful work of leaders as they navigate this absolutely unprecedented and difficult time. So I look forward to much more on this. I'm so happy Search Inside Yourself is advancing this work, and look forward to continuing to collaborate as it evolves.
Thank you so much, Cecily, for being with us today and for sharing those insights. We have built those into actually an online course that we have called Leading Through Massive Disruption. You can find it on our website, SIYLI.org. But really, thank you so much today. And thank you all for joining us. We'll see you in the coming weeks as we continue these leadership briefs. Have a great day. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.